Hey guys, and welcome to my video of trading a T20 game, New Zealand versus UAE in the T20 World Cup. I had a little look today. Obviously, New Zealand are a very short price here at 1.04. I've got a couple of strategies I'm looking at really. My main one's going to be looking at laying New Zealand as I feel that the openers for UAE are quite aggressive. It's a good pitch to bat on first up. So effectively, Mohamed Wasim, I think, is known for an aggressive start. So I'm going to lay them at 1.04 here for a small stake. Obviously, the liability is going to be minimal. So, for example, if I lay them at £10 here, liability is 40p. If I lay them £100, it's £4 liability. If they have a really good start and it goes up to say 1.1 fairly quickly, we're going to be looking at a nice sort of £4 or £5 profit. If a wooden goes within the first over, again it'll go to 1.02, 1.01. Again, half a loss of £2, which I'm comfortable with taking. So my thinking is that that's my first strategy there. So yeah, I'm going to be laying New Zealand at 1.04. This is what I'm going to be doing. Obviously, I'm not telling you this is odds on this is going to happen. It is an idea that I'm going to be doing that trade, and I will let you all know with the results. I've also got a few other little bits that I might come back to. Obviously, I'm going to see how the game starts. So the UAE have won the toss and elected to bat. We're expecting it to be a bit more of a spinning wicket or a slow wicket as the game goes on. So I think UAE is a crucial toss. So UAE have won the toss, and yeah, I'll feed back once I have a bit more um, data or the game starts. Okay, so we're 1 over in at the moment. I thought I'd just quickly show you what I've done. So I'm using Betangel here. So what I've done is I've laid for £50 at 1.04, got matched. I've put in sort of a trailing stop, I let it go one tick, and then I've started my trailing sort of exit at 1.06, where 10's been taken. So I've only got £40 in the market. That was going to give me a bit of a buffer. It does also, I think, because there's so much money in this market at the moment, it's going to take a while for it to come out. So I'm going to let it keep going. I think if we get up to the realms of 1.2, maybe I'd probably then look to back New Zealand in. I think that price is quite high, especially for a, a full team against an associate. And as I'm speaking, a wicket's just gone. As I see, you saw the jump as well. So there, I mean, right now, if we wanted to, we could take a 57p. I am going to hold for a minute just in case there's another one. I've got another tick buffer there. As you can see there, a wicket's gone. It's gone back down to starting price, so I'm not overly worried. I'm gonna hold for a minute. We're gonna see if I watch the next sort of over and a half, and I don't feel that there's a lot going for UAE. I'll probably just cash out for a small profit. But again, now that my maximum loss that I could have is actually £1.49 or £1.40, as you can see this up here. So I've already taken 60p of that loss out. But yeah, I'll come back once I have decided if I'm going to pull out. Hey guys, I'm back here after 3 overs, so it's been a bit of a good start really. There's been a wicket, but UAE have been scoring some runs. So as you can see here, my positions have all been taken, bar one. I did move one of them down as I was a bit unsure. It looked like Matt Henry was going to take a wicket. So what I've done here effectively is I've looked at where there's some value, which is laying New Zealand at a very short price of 1.04, basically not expecting them to take 3-4 wickets straight away. So I've got now this position of, if this is matched here, that we'll have a free bet of effectively £1.11. As you can see here now, no matter what happens, if I leave it as we are, there is, yeah, it's a free bet effectively. So just to sort of recap it's a simple thing of looking at actually based on historics and players that the UAE had. We were looking to lay New Zealand at a very low price with a very low liability of £4, and we've made 25% of our liability, which was £4. So a pound sort of profit roughly after laying odds on favour is quite good to start with. Especially as we're using small stakes. But say if we scaled that up, for example, say I was using say I used a £500 stake instead of 50, we'd be looking at £10, for example, and still relatively safe because the liability would have only been £40. So, yeah, that's this. Obviously, I'm going to keep watching the game. I'm going to see if there are any other sort of value plays for me to get involved with. If there are, then obviously I will continue. And yeah, if I do have them, I will continue my thinking. I'll explain my thinking to you, and hopefully you can learn something just from this. Yeah, from the short price favorite. So, I'm back. I open this up for you to have a little look here. Um, Um, Basically, nothing's really happened. UAE is still only lost one wicket. They're going on quite nicely, picking up regular boundaries. Um, and as you can see here, look, they're both on 28. I mean, straight rate's 127 and 107. They're on for a 159 score, which on this wicket here, in my estimations, is a good score, especially batting first against a full affiliate side New Zealand. I think at the moment, I'm not going to do anything yet. My buy-in with 1.2 here. The only problem being is if I back there, if anything goes wrong, for example, and they tee off and score 50 really quick runs, just going to fly off up here to 1.5. Um, and the losses outweigh the gains here, I think, backing at 1.2. So if I back at £10 at 1.2, I'm only gaining £2, whereas I set to lose, or £10. Um, I'm probably going to hold off until the half-time interval here because I think that's going to be some value. I'm sort of watching the game on TV, and all like the spinners haven't really made an impact as I thought they would. Um, I thought they would have taken wickets, but I'm going to wait and see for now. I'm not going to jump in on anything. I'm going to hold for a moment and have a look. If it gets to 1.2, I may scalp a few ticks. Um, Sort of just maybe backing for 10 and laying, or backing for 10 at 1.2 and laying at 1.2 at 1.19, and then if there is a wicket it's going to jump down anyway to 1.1 maybe. But I'm going to hold for a minute and I will let you know. So obviously we're back in here. I got my buy at 1.2 and then a big over happened, so you had these two here. So I got in just at the end of the 12th, and yeah, 6 and a 4 came in that next over. I'm going to hold here. I've got my stop loss up the top here. Um, yeah, I'm happy with this to start with. If we have a tight over, I expect these scouts to be taken. I think this is probably the one of the last trades I'm going to do on the first innings. Like I said, I've got my stop loss here at 98p. I'm happy to lose 98p. I'm comfortable with losing 98p, which is I'm yeah, that is one of those. Like I said, the spinners on now. We're into over 13. It's 112 for one. Yeah, we're yet to see anything major really happen for the New Zealand bowlers. It's been a bit timid. They sort of haven't bowled well. So, yeah, I'm happy with these two scalps. If these two are taken, ideal. If we sort of peter around here up until sort of 15, 16 overs, I'll probably get out here for a small profit here. Again, a scratch or single figure profit. It's not a bad thing. The main aim here is not losing money, especially with smaller stakes and smaller accounts. Like this one is that I'm obviously trading on this YouTube channel. As you can see, one scalp has been taken, which then gives us a nice profit here. So now, if anything major, say they hit 3 6s in a row, well, now we're going to break even. So that is ideal. This is probably going to be the last of the first innings trades that I do for this year. Fact that I'm not 100% sure here because there's two sort of trails of thought that I can go with. I can go with UAE are going to kick on and up the rate, or New Zealand are going to get a grip of the middle order, and that'll be that. So I'm a little bit unsure, and again, I'll always say if you're unsure, don't trade. There you go. The second scalp is taken there, so I'll get rid of our stop loss there. So if you're ever unsure, don't trade. Don't waste the money. It's you don't have an edge if you're just guessing, as you may as well be on Bet365 betting a pound here and a pound there, and there's no driven data behind it. So the two trades that I've done so far have worked, albeit yes, that one there could have been a bit a bit ropey. For example, if their head kicked on, there was a couple of good overs there. You can see there from Mitch Santner. Oh no, it's Wretched with interest. Sorry, Barley. He's had a good over there, and he's just hit a 4. So it brought it down, took it out, and then we've gone back up again. So that's a good scalp trade there. I'm quite happy with that. Wasn't executed brilliantly low, will add. I probably could have scalped even higher up to 5 and down. But yeah, it's day of work. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna hold here now. I am gonna leave this as a free bet today. I think I'm gonna leave it as if New Zealand win, we stand to win £1.40, just because they are so odds-on favourite against affiliate nation of UAE. So I'm gonna hold and turn it into a free bet. So if UAE win, then hey, that's fine. I've gained some experience on this of trading a short price favourite. But yeah, I'll hold for now. I'm gonna wait till half time, and I will reassess the odds. I think if UAE are, I mean, I'll quickly have a look at some of my notes. So what I've got on my pitch is 160 is competitive, but anything under 140 is a safe chase for New Zealand. So my par score here, I think for UAE is 160. At the moment on ESPN, it's obviously showing that they're going to get to 169. So that is a good score. I think the price for New Zealand, if they do get to say 170, the price for New Zealand I expect will probably come up to 1.4, maybe 1.5. That is with a slow turning wicket again. That would potentially make me a bit unsure because we know that spin and second innings on this pitch is effective. But again, it's just how good or how quality the UAE spinners are against a very good New Zealand batting lineup. So that'd be another thing that again I'll review at halftime. You can have all these notes, you can make all these notes, and it can all go off kilter, and that's the beauty of trading. Obviously, things are never simple, and it's a problem that you have to solve. But yeah, again with small stakes, stop losses, and trading safely, like I sort of have done here. I'm quite happy with what I've done in the first sort of 15 overs here. So like I said, I'm going to pause here, and I will reassess come the second innings. So yeah, just started up again. I know I said it'd be half time, but we're into 17 overs gone here. I just wanted to quickly sort of show you again. It's all good for information. 2 wickets, 2 quick wickets here. So my analysis is effectively right. It goes above 1.2. I think New Zealand's bowlers will combat the middle order of UAE quite well, and they have. You can see the price now; it's sort of sitting around 1.1. So if I'd have wiped out those scratches and actually left it coming there down to sort of 1.1, we'd be looking probably at £2.50, £3 profit. But again, like I said, I was unsure. My reasonings were that I wanted just to use that little scout there. I was unsure that actually they had wickets in the tank. UAE, they could have progressed on, but they haven't. Really good over there from Lockie Ferguson. They're just 4 from it, so that's driven the price down after that wicket. So yeah, obviously Wasim still in. Like I said, my pre-match analysis was Wasim would go hard and is arguably their best batter, and it's proved right. So yeah, he's hit 51. He's rotated the stroke really well. He's only faced 38 balls. You could argue that if he'd have faced maybe 50, he'd probably have 70 or 80 runs here. But his partner, who did sort of a lot of the batting with him, I think scored quite well. Yeah, Ali Shan had 55. So yeah, it's been a good game. And like I said, I think I've done the right thing here and left it. I don't see there's going to be much value left in this match unless New Zealand have a collapse. Say they have like 2-3 wickets in the first sort of 2-3 overs, for example, then I expect their price to maybe come out to about 1.5, 1.6 again. But if that happens, we'll have a look. But no, obviously appreciate you watching the video. I hope it's insightful, and obviously I really appreciate a like, a follow, and I'll try and upload as much as I can when I have time to trade T20 cricket or any cricket that I can see. As I know, there's very limited content on YouTube of cricket, and if I could help people starting their trading journey on T20 or any cricket, then yeah, this channel should be helpful to you. So thank you for watching. No, well, just to close out the video, guys, I'm just showing this up now. Obviously, New Zealand have got off to an amazing start, 72 for none after 5.3. again, that was I've sort of expected. Again, the price is just sitting at 1.01. Unless something spectacular happens, they lose sort of 5, 6 wickets in the space of, I don't know, 2, 3 overs. I think New Zealand are going to win this one. As you can see, I've left it as a free bet, like I said earlier, so we stand to win £1.40. Again, if we'd have backed at 1.04 earlier on, to create sort of the money that we've made there, we would have had to bet a lot of money, which is risky. Again, this is why sort of trading or laying to a certain point and coming back in. So this doesn't work for every game. This was one of those that I did the research, had a little look at the openers of UAE and historic sort of matches, and yeah, it gave me an opportunity, so I took it. Again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, you don't have to trade. If you're unsure, you can sit and watch. Patience is always your best friend on cricket trading, because if you're unsure, wait for the market to move, wait for it to show you value, wait for something to happen, and then you can get value. And like I said, my value was 1.2. I wanted to back New Zealand at around 1.2. I thought that was their value. That was the market bias, and it worked. And like I said, I a couple of the trades that I did were slightly untidy, granted, yes, but the ultimate result is we've made a profit here. Again, a scalable profit that is 1.4. Again, if we were using, say, higher stakes, for example, so instead of having £4 liability, I had £40 liability, we can look at the profit we could have made here was £14, or even, if, because the market, you can see it's 40 million matched in this market, we could have even gone up to potentially, say, £5,000, for example, a bet. So then the liability would be 400. And again, with slowly over time creating a bigger bank on an account, or when you get more confidence and looking to spot value, these things become of second nature. So it's removing the sort of mental element of, if you can practice with smaller stakes and be confident, and over the months and years be more confident and grow a bank, that when you're betting 40, 50, 60 pound liability, or even bets, or stakes, you can do it without the emotion, because you know that your tried and trusted methods of research and trading these markets are easy. So but yeah, like I said, I left the trade here. My analysis today was correct. But again, like I said, it doesn't always work like that. There was a game yesterday, the South Africa game, for example. That was it was straight off the bat. South Africa hit a lot of runs very quickly. I don't think the price then came above 1.04. So again, that wasn't a match to trade, and that was, again, my research was I didn't trade that match, because my analysis said that I think South Africa are going to get off to a good start after they won the toss. So yeah, no, like I said, thank you for watching. I appreciate any interactions, likes, subscribers, and hopefully I can add some more videos and more content for you guys to learn these markets over a period of time. And yeah, thank you so much for coming along.